Miss Jenny's come down with the grip, along with many other teachers. Schools all across Vermont are being closed until this whole thing blows over. I'm sorry, Mama. I do feel bad for Miss Jenny and her family.
Me too, Nell. She's a great teacher, and it would be a tragedy to lose her to such an illness.
Is it honestly that tragic, Mama? Miss Jenny will be just fine. She has Father John's medicine, right? Mama, what's got you so upset? The flu comes every year and we survive it.
It's not like that flu. It's a tragic pandemic. Today's casualties, 346 severely wounded and 94 killed in action.
But Father and Johnny will be all right, though, right?
I sure hope so, but the only thing we can do now is to keep doing our part and pray for the best.
Ruth and I have signed up to bring food to the sick families. I'm meeting her at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
That's wonderful, sweetie. Just please remember to wear your mask.
I will, Mama. I'm not a little girl anymore.
Now, Nellie, you know that you will always be my little girl, and I don't need to be worried about you, too, especially with all those dreadful numbers.
I'm sorry. I worry, too.
I better be getting off to bed. I have to get there early tomorrow to meet with Mr. Holden.
We'll get through this, Mama. We always do.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mama.
Good morning, Nellie.
How'd you sleep?
I slept all right. You?
I slept all right.
Nell, I'm sorry for my behavior last night. It's just all happening so fast. 3 girls from the factory have been affected already, with Barbara Becker being the first.
Oh my goodness. Barbara's just a few years older than I am.
I know, and it's so freakish to think about. We've been working right alongside each other for 3 months now.
Is there anything that needs to be done around the house? I shouldn't be too long with Ruth.
That's sweet, dear. There's some laundry that needs to be folded if you wouldn't mind. Also, please do not invite anybody to the house that's been sick. Do your part and then go straight inside. And please...
Yes, Mama, I will wear my mask.
You know it's for your own good.
I know.
Love you, sweetie. And be safe.
You too, Mama. Ruth, Jeffrey Jacobs is a handsome boy.
Oh my goodness, no.
And he's such a gentleman.
He is.
You're the luckiest girl. How do your parents feel about him being 17?
I haven't told them yet. He just asked me yesterday to go to the Hart Theater with him. He may change his mind before they open again.
They closed the Hart Theater?
You haven't heard? They closed the Opera House, too. It was one of the headlines in the evening banner. All public places and gatherings are closed until further notice, all due to the grip.
That's just awful. Regardless, Jeffrey will love you.
Thanks.
Hey, Mama, how's work? What did Mr. Holden have to say?
Please, Nell, let me get in the door. I see you've had a fun day.
I'm sorry, Mama.
How are you, Ruth?
Hello, Mrs. Harrington.
I'm sorry, Mama, but they got away from me. I'll fold them now.
Thank you. I'm going to go get changed and then I'll get dinner started. What time does your mother want you home, Ruth?
She wanted me home in 15 minutes. I was just about to go.
Okay. Let her know I said hello. It was lovely to see you.
I'm sorry about my mother. She's been a bit overwhelmed lately.
I understand. My mother's been peculiar, too.
Mothers. Well, I'll see you tomorrow at the same time.
Yes, see you then.
So, what happened with Mr. Holden?
Well, they're closing down my line at the end of the week.
Oh. What do we do?
Well, I stopped by the Drysdale store the other day after I had taken care of our Liberty bonds, and because of the flu, they've been down a few workers as well. They could use a sales clerk.
That's good, Mama. They carry the loveliest dresses.
They do, and so affordable given the circumstances.
Maybe they would hire me as well, given the circumstances.
Absolutely not. I cannot have you taking that risk.
I have to do my part too. I'll wear my mask.
Nellie, no.
I visited the Carmichael residence today to drop off some food.
Oh dear. How are they?
Unbelievably ill. I can't imagine being that weak and helpless.
Me neither. How was your time with Ruth?
It was fun. Do you remember when I mentioned Jeffrey Jacobs a few weeks ago?
Yes, that boy you fancy. What about?
He asked Ruth to go to the Hart Theater with him. Well, when they open back up again, of course.
Sweetie, I'm sorry, but don't worry about Jeffrey Jacobs. There are plenty of other boys in this big world. And plus, have you seen his father? Yikes. Let Ruth have him.
Thanks, Mama. Oh, Mama. You startled me. You're home early?
Mr. Holden came down with the flu. The factory's closed. From your father? Or John?
John.
Dear Mom and Nellie, I hope all is well back in beautiful Vermont.
To be truthful, it's getting quite rough here with the flu. Quite frankly, sometimes I feel like it's this dreadful sickness that's taking most of us, not the war. In fact, last night, we lost a fellow Vermonter. It would be dishonorable of me to mention his name before his family is informed, but it is most tragic losing a good friend. I haven't seen Father for about a month now. They split us up for reasons ungiven. Anyway, I love you both dearly, and I'll see you soon. Love, Johnny.
I hope Father's all right.
Me too, Nellie. Me too.
Mom?
Nellie, stop!
But Mama!
Please do as you're told, Nellie. Go downstairs and give me some Father John's, a bowl of cold water, and some rags from the kitchen. Also, please get me a glass of water.
Could I get help?
No, Nellie, there's no help for this. Go put on your mask.
Yes, Mama.
Water, please. It's my mouth. Nellie, don't be afraid. Just give me some Father John's. And now wet a rag. Place it on my forehead. And then wet two more and put them under each of my arms. It was bound to happen. First Barbara, and then Mr. Holland. Of course, I would be next.
But you'll be all right, though. Should I find a doctor?
I hope so now. There are no doctors.
What do you mean there are no doctors?
They're either part of the ward, tending to the sick, or they're sick themselves. I visited Barbara today.
You did? How is she?
Not so good. They looked for a doctor. They couldn't find one.
But Mama, we have to try.
You should go back to bed.
No, Mama. I'd like to stay right here.
Have I ever told you how I met your father?
You two attended Ben High, right?
That's right. And did you know that he dated my best friend first, before he realized that I was the one that he really wanted?
Really? That's so scandalous. What did she do when she found out?
Well, she should have seen it coming. The unfortunate thing is that I lost her as a friend for a few years.
That'd be horrible. Ruth is my favorite.
I know, sweetie, but maybe Jeffrey Jacobs isn't for you. Plus, if I had to choose having you and Johnny over being friends with Mildred, I would choose you any day.
I love you, Mama.
I love you too. I should get some sleep, and I would be pleased if you did the same.
All right, but I'd like to sleep right here if that's okay.
Good night.
Good night.
You told me you would come home. You told me not to worry. You said.
Mom? Mama? Do you need some water?
Oh,
Medicine?
Nellie. We're in my bedroom. Nellie, if this is it for me. No, this could happen. If this is the end of me, promise me one thing.
Of course, Mama. Anything.
Never settle for something just because it's easier makes sense. Do what makes you happy.
Mama, where is this coming from?
I can't fathom you making the same mistake I did.
The same mistake? What are you saying?
Your father is not Johnny's real father. He left when I found out. I was 17.
What? How is that easier make any sense?
Your father was best friends with Johnny's real father, and he was aware of the situation. He was so sweet and so wonderful to me. I had no idea he had feelings for me like that.
Is that how you lost your best friend?
That's right, and your father, being the honest man that he is, confessed his love for me to Mildred, and we started dating immediately. And by the time Johnny came, we had already graduated high school. Nobody suspected a thing. And your father stepped up as Johnny's real father, so no one dared doubt him.
This is so...
I know, Nellie, but don't be mistaken. I love your father very much, and he's been very sweet and wonderful to me. Just, I want you to make thoughtful and intelligent decisions, and I don't want you to have to settle.
I won't. Now get some rest. hot and ready for eating. Mama?
Hey, baby. What time is it?
Oh, Mama, you have me so worried. It's just past noon. I brought you some soup. It's pumpkin. I hope you don't mind.
That's so nice now. Thank you.
Of course. So, about Father, please don't get upset.
I promise.
Why do you think he stepped up?
You know, no, I've been asking myself that same question for years now. He says any right gentleman would do the same. But I can't tell if it's just because he's modest, or if it's because of the gentleman's oath.
Mama, Father loves you. He's told me himself.
Is that so?
Yes.
Any right gentleman would.
Mama, don't be like that. He loves you.
Thanks for doing that, Mel. I appreciate it.
So, what else happened before the, situation?
Life before your father and Johnny was ridiculous. I had no boundaries. You know what, Nell? I really shouldn't be telling you this.
That sounds wonderful, Mama. You must tell me more.
It's not all roses. It's rather inappropriate. I really just shouldn't be telling you this.
Mama, I'm certain nothing will shock me more than what you told me last night.
Well, all right then. One night when I was around your age, I snuck out of my bedroom window with a few girlfriends, and we met up with another group of friends, boyfriends.
What did you do?
Well, we stayed up all night under the stars. We each got paired with one of them. I got paired with Dwayne Metcalf. Boy, was he a gem.
Oh, that's like a dream. Did you kiss him?
No, he kissed me. And that was the moment that I realized I was going to get myself in a lot of trouble with those boys.
What else happened?
And that's just it. We laid under the star and shared a few kisses. Oh, my dear daughter, let me explain.
That sounds perfect. I'm so envious.
It was wonderful at the time, but all great things come to an end.
How come you haven't told me things like this before now?
Well, I guess I always thought that you couldn't love me as much as if you knew the truth.
I love you, Mama. For one thing, this makes you more real. I thought I always disappointed you with my love of boys.
Oh, Nellie Rose, you could never disappoint me. I just see a lot of myself in you. Now,
Yes, Mama.
let's keep this between us, okay?
Of course, Mama.
No,
Yes, Mama.
I love you.
I love you too. This is all too much. Why? Why, God? Why my Mama? The strongest woman I know, and to see her so weak. What am I going to do? I'm only 15. I can't support myself. When will Father and Johnny come back? What if I catch the flu? whole town. Is every home in this world filled with this sickness? Autumn is my favorite season, and it's supposed to be beautiful here. Instead, it's just filled with sickness and tears. Please, God, please bring back my father and Johnny. I can't do this alone. Mama, breakfast is ready. Mama, I brought you some breakfast.